Okay, it's fine. Hi, everybody. This is Erika from In the Company of Cards here with our good friend, Psychic Violetta. Hi, Violetta. We trade back and forth, and welcome to my platform today.
So the next time it will be on mine, hopefully.
All right, sounds good. Well, it's great to have you here. For those of you who are not familiar, you should go over to Violetta's channel. It's Psychic Violetta, and she reads in a really interesting way. She reads cards, she reads tarot, of course, but when we ask her a question, she will see an image. Correct, Violetta? You see an image, and it might be something from her life or something familiar to her. And then she translates that image to answer the question. And then the best part, she'll hold the card up, and the cards corroborate what she said before she looked at it.
They usually do. They never argue with me. So I think that I call them my guys, but they are my guides.
Exactly.
And they have a sense of humor. So sometimes they show me naughty pictures and I have to explain them too.
Exactly.
But the most naughty one, I couldn't believe it. But that was so true. And it came true about England, that would England separate from...
Brexit.
Brexit. And I saw the one finger that we shouldn't be showing.
Oh, the middle finger, as they say. Yes. And you were able to interpret that.
And I was on the live with the lady from, what's her name now? And it was so crazy. I thought, how can I? But there was a story behind it, because I bought that statue of that when I came to Canada, and I couldn't understand that time as well. And I thought, they don't understand what they are doing.
I remember that story.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I remember that story.
So you see, and I sometimes see some private parts as well.
Well, listen. All I know is whether it's private parts, not private parts, you have a real gift, and it's amazing to watch you work. So I'm delighted to have you here. And Violetta's people have given her a bunch of questions. You all are here on my channel live, and thank you for saying good morning, and delighted to see you all. But please, if you have questions on politics or culture or whatever's going on in the world, no personal questions. We are happy to answer them. I have my deck here, and Violetta's got her cards. And so
I have so many questions from my viewers ready for you.
So let's start with what is your first question from?
This one is not from the viewers, but I'm dying to know your opinion.
Okay.
Is Cash Patel going to be removed?
I mean, my opinion is yes, but I'm gonna use my cards and see what they get.
It's sometimes separation from us to the divine is different.
Okay, so I pulled 3 cards. We have the young man, we have the bear, and we have the mice. So the answer to that is yes. So here he is, impetuous, headstrong, drinking too much, looking crazy, just out of control. The felon does not like this at all, and so he is going to cut him off. Mice is a card for loss, so he will be losing his job, yes, as he should. As he should.
Okay, now I'm ready for your question.
I had one, the first person that popped up, it's Nora GTZ. Hi from Monterrey, Mexico. They want to know whether or not the 25th Amendment will be enacted.
I would love to. Okay, but I have to ask the 3 cards, please.
1, 2, 3.
The picture that I'm seeing is a stool upside, laying on the floor.
Hmm.
And I see him getting direction to go somewhere, but as well, that will be upside down everything. They will have to be on the pedestal to do it.
Hmm.
And Democrats will have to
Oh,
do it.
okay, so you're saying that if it happens, it will not happen before the November.
No,
Yeah, midterm.
because they know the direction. They are looking for that, but they will have to put the stool up, put the stool on the floor. It's useless. You
Okay.
can't stand up on the stool when it's laying down. You have to put it up, and then you can climb.
Right, that makes sense. I mean, so viewer, the thing is, remember how the 25th works. The only people who can set that in motion are the vice president and then the cabinet. And then at that point, if they vote for it, it then goes to the Congress. They have to vote 2/3 majority in both the House and the Senate. That will not happen now. It
No,
will happen
he
once.
still has the family. I'm calling the Republicans his family.
Mhm.
Eventually, they will think that the grass is greener somewhere else because they will have enough of him. And then they will do a good job, but not before. So they
Before.
will have to feel that they are not going to win the next election, 2028. And then that will be, oh, we have to put the stool back in order to climb it. Otherwise, we will be under the water.
Now that makes sense. That image makes sense. All
Uh,
right, your turn.
I don't even know sometimes what the image will mean.
All right, your turn to ask me.
Another, the same thing, those are from me. How about Pete Hexet? Will he be out soon?
Hegseth, another one, another drinking buddy of.
And very religious. Oh gosh, 3 marriages and religious, like promising and never fulfilling the promises.
Well, this is interesting. I have the bouquet, I have clover, and I have the sun. These are all really good cards. Um, although we all think that Hegseth should go, remember why he was picked in the first place. These cards make it clear why he was picked. So here's my theory based on what the cards are showing. Hegseth was in the National Guard, but that certainly does not qualify him to be head of defense, right? So what does qualify him in the eyes and the mind, crazy as it is, of the felon? Well, it's the fact that according to the felon, he looks the part. He's got that square jaw and the hair and so that's why it's the way he looks.
I don't like the look of him.
The other thing though about him is he's not smart, and that means that he can be told what to do. So the felon is telling him what to do, he's ordering the military to do it, and they're doing it. But the felon is also thinking farther ahead and saying that the other purpose that Hegseth serves is that he could be blamed. That's what the felon thinks. The felon can say, well, hey, I went with my Secretary of Defense or War or whatever it is. I went with his recommendations. Don't blame me. He did it. Right. But meanwhile, Hegseth is just window dressing. So I don't think it would be in the felon's best interest in the way he thinks to get rid of Hegseth yet. No.
Not yet.
Of a war. Right. Not yet.
I have following question. Can I?
Sure.
Because I have the feeling that the army special, so the sailing army, the navy army, is so upset with the way are treated, that they are short of food, of toothbrushes, toothpaste, everything. hygienic thing. So you can't even wash your underwear if you have no soap.
Right.
And if you don't have clean water, because
Right.
some ships don't have they have problems with water, with sewer.
It's just going to get worse and worse. Yes. And when you have a military that is not fed properly, I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of the trays with the food on it. These are supposed to be soldiers who have jobs that require strength, and they're giving them a piece of gray meat and a tortilla. And that's the only other thing on the tray is the spoon and the fork. That's not good. That's not good. So I guess, are the military unhappy? Yeah, we know that they are unhappy.
But would they rebel? That's my question.
All right. Will there be a mutiny, so to speak, amongst the enlisted people? So we have scythe, we have letter, and we have dog. A lot of people go into the military for the financial benefits, the education benefits, the training benefits, all of that, and to serve their country. They believe they're very patriotic, right? A lot of people will be leaving the military. There won't be a revolt per se, like they're not gonna, but they won't re-enlist. They won't encourage their friends to enlist. So the numbers will go down. But then from that question comes the next question, which is, now that he has made selective service automatic, which means everybody 18 to 25, every man is now put into the registry, the question will become, will there be a draft? And if he decides to institute a draft, he's done. He's done. That's not going to work. But let's look. I'm going to look at the draft.
And we both were young when there was 70s, so we remember how
we remember that very well. People would burn their draft cards. That's right. So we have the anchor, the ring, and we have the house. And let me just say, this is the White House, his White House. These two cards, normally they're really good, but not here. He will be sunk like an anchor will sink you. And this ring will be like the noose around his neck. If he institutes a draft, which he may very well have to do because people will not be re-enlisting, they don't have enough people to do all these missions all over the place that he's talking about. This will destroy him if nothing else does. There's so many things out there that could destroy his presidency. That is one of them.
And you can't put this newcomers on the front. They will be meat. They will be on meat just for the guns.
Well, that's it. Then you're going to have all, and you remember this from the 70s too, all the coffins coming back.
Yeah. And, now so many depressed people who are homeless.
Right.
Because they were not ready. They were going through horrific time.
Right.
And
it's not going to be good for him. It's not, people always want to ask, how long is this going on? It's going to, it will obviously will have to get worse before it gets better. So he is really cornered. He's backed up against a wall. But if he institutes a draft, it's over for him. Someone would like you to read on the political future of JD.
He doesn't have any bones in his back.
No, he has no backbone. That's right.
No backbones. He's not charismatic. So he doesn't appeal to so many people.
And then wants to fight the Pope. What are you doing?
Of course. He's dressed like Pence was picking up the bottle from the because Trump put the bottle on the table. So Pence, my drink, I will.
Don't do that. Don't knock that over.
Okay, he's count to 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I can hear your radio.
Richard. He left.
I looked at that. All right.
Yeah. So what was the question? I
Vance, the political future of Vance.
went. Okay. He's like a tree without roots. I can go and turn off the TV because,
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay. A tree without roots makes all the sense in the world. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's all this conflicting information about whether he will be going back to Iran with Wyckoff and the son-in-law or not. And the felon says, no, Vance is not part of the negotiation. But Vance's team says he's heading up the negotiation. So this makes sense with Violetta's vision, right? That Vance has a tree, he's like a tree, but with no roots. That's why that makes so much
And
sense.
it will die. It will go away. People don't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
The family would like him to stay, the GOP,
Mm-hmm.
but we will know more secrets about him. So it's not over for his perfect past. He wrote a book, there was a movie, but he might pretend to be clear.
Yeah, he's fabricated a lot of that. He's not who he's.
He is just a marionette.
Yes, and changed his name 3 times. Who does that?
And so many times religions,
Mm-hmm.
apparently.
Apparently. All right, your turn.
Okay, this one is from Heidi Lindenberg. Will we have another pandemic in next 2 years? She's worried about that.
Okay. Will we have another pandemic in the next 2 years? Now, with Lenormand, usually I will look through the deck to find the card that represents that. But because we want to answer as many questions as possible, I'm not doing that. Spirit just has to give me the right cards. Will we have a pandemic in the next 2 years? So we have man, we have woman, and we have moon. Here's what I think. I don't know if you've heard, but the felon, this is the felon, recently appointed someone else to take over the something to do with health, because the guy that was there resigned. This is the person that he picked is an African American woman. Very strange. Not only is she Black, she's very accomplished, very smart, very good reputation. Why is he doing that? Because I think that something is coming at us. We are not being told, but he needs someone who knows what they're doing, who has a good reputation, because otherwise, it'll be just like COVID. So I do think that, yes, there is something coming down the pike in the next 2 years, but I do think with this woman at the head, we will be in better shape than we would have been if she hadn't been appointed.
But didn't you hear that Trump is a doctor, a healer?
Oh God, a healer.
He don't need anyone. He just heals.
Just take that ball of light that he had in his hand and
And so, makes you sick, and he is thinking that he will heal the cancer with Coca-Cola.
Right. Okay, this is for you. Okay, now Pegasus ID, let me just say this. And it's nothing that you haven't heard me say before. We are a country, a world that loves the idea of someone rushing in to save the day. And we have not yet learned the lesson that we are the ones who will have to rush in and save the day. So I just want to preface by saying that before I give you the question. So Violetta, here's the question. What is General Dan Kaine, who's head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the head of the military, what is he thinking or planning right now?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
he's a strong person behind the scene. I don't think he wants to show how strong he is, or Mr. T, but I think he's playing both games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like choosing which tooth you will let it to be broken when you are fighting. So he's making more the decision if he will go with Trump and Hexit, or if he will go with his generals.
Interesting. The way that you put that was really interesting. I just want to repeat it. I want to make sure people got it. The image that you gave us was of a boxer in a ring with boxing gloves. His opponent is there, and the boxer is trying to decide which tooth am I going to knock out.
Because he knows that he will have to sacrifice one tooth.
Yeah, he's going to have to fight. He's going to have to knock out one tooth or the other.
You see, I have those visions.
No, that's a good one.
They are interesting, but to like go through MRI with them and feel out what is there.
It makes sense. So it looks like the answer is he's still in process of trying to decide what is the best course of action, to go with his generals who don't like the felon, or to go with the felon because otherwise he risks losing his job. But then he can't help it all.
And just at the first few days when I learned that Hexet is going to be Secretary of the War or Peace, I said that I see a generals behind the closing doors making some plans, not sharing them with Hexet. I believe that's what's happened, what is going on with. So that general right now is deciding which way to go, and I want to know as much as I can to share this with my guys.
Right.
He's not for Trump.
We're not going to know. We're not going to know until something happens.
And he's not very much a good kisser. He's not bending. He's not.
That's good.
He's just going as much as possible his own way, and he's strong, wise old guy. He thinks the grass is better on another side, so he might go eventually his way. The journey is not easy for him, but he feels he will be a healer some way. He will have to figure out which chick he will sacrifice.
That's really interesting. Okay, and so just Pegasus ID, we will in the end not know what decision he makes until we wake up in the morning and it's made. Because I mean, obviously, why would they? I mean, they're not going to tell us.
No, but I think they are thinking about a coup.
That they need to think about a coup. Good.
Because that's the army is not happy. The war is unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy on the top is showing that he is the same like Reagan was with his illness.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, the symptoms are there on the wall, and the generals can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Republicans might not, because they have to.
But, you know, a military coup is a big thing. I mean, you don't do that lightly. We don't have military coups every day, and they can end well or they can end not well. So I'm glad that it's going to be a thoughtful, considered.
He is growing up a big group of people quietly behind the doors. They are not sharing the secrets with Hexet. And from the beginning, I said they will not share the secrets with him.
Right, right. Okay.
And they want the army to be on their side. So they have to expose the army to the wars, and it will be split-second decision one day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a question from you for Jen Lilly. Who do you see for California governor? Your Democrats.
Okay. So So originally Swalwell was the front runner, But
I know.
Swalwell is not there anymore, and thank you, God, because better to find out now than later.
No, it's too late. They should open the cards a long time ago if there was anything there.
I know. Well, yes, but see, this says a lot about Washington, because now that the news is out about him, you have lots of people, Democrats too, saying, oh, yeah, we knew about this and we warned the young women, be careful of him. Well,
No, that's not.
open your mouth and say something. Why are you waiting? Again, people want to think that there's black and white, good and bad, heroes and villains. There are bad guys on both sides. Just saying. Good guys, I may be on both sides, but bad guys for sure on both sides. So Swalwell is out. Okay, here's the issue in California. The issue is California primary is different from a lot of other places. So you have people from both sides running. Whoever the top two candidates are that win in the primary, they go on to the general election, meaning it's not necessarily a Democrat and a Republican. It could be two Republicans. It could be two Democrats. It's a very strange system that we have. Okay.
And she has another part of the question. Can I?
Okay. Well, but people need the backstory on California. So there are now currently two Republicans running. Okay. One of them backed by the felon and the other one, whatever. The Democratic field is very full, but there are people who have risen in the standings. You take Swalwell out, and there are three Democrats in the standings. The first one is Katie Porter. Now, Katie Porter used to be in Congress. We all loved her. She had a blackboard, and she's very good with the economy. I don't know what else she's good at, but she's good at that. She comes from Orange County, which is a very conservative county, but she is very fiscally conscious, and we love that for her. But I don't know what her other stances are on other issues. The other one we have, another one, is Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer is a billionaire who has run for governor more than once and obviously lost more than once. But this time, he's saying, oh, I'm a progressive. He's not a progressive. In his background, he bought those prisons for profit. He was a big stakeholder in prisons for profit. Now, I've heard him say two things about that. One is, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. It was a bad decision. But I also heard out of the same mouth, he said, yeah, I did it. And I'm glad I did it. And I'd do it again. Well, which one is it, Tom? So he's trying his commercials, because he's a billionaire, of course, he can have these commercials. He tries to make himself seem like a progressive. He's not. But the one that, well, I'm going to just say, if you're in California, a lot of psychics will say, oh, I'm not going to put my opinion. I'm going to put my opinion in. Javier Becerra, I think he would be terrific. He's the former attorney general of the state. He was in the Obama government as head of something. I don't know. I want to say Health and Human Services, but I don't remember what it was. But he's progressive, and he's Hispanic, and I think he'd be terrific. Another one who's running is the former mayor of LA. But anyway, who will win? The problem is there's so many people in the field. So what I can look at is I can see, I'm going to say that.
Let me ask you, because the rest of the question, does Xavier Becerra?
Yeah, but Becerra. Javier Becerra. Does he win?
Has a good chances.
Okay.
That was John Lilly who asked that question.
I really, really like him. He doesn't have the money that everybody else has had, so the commercials are not there as much. But I'm going to look and see. And I think on the ticket, because he's so rich, Steyer will get one of the positions. So the question is, okay, if it's Steyer, who's a Democrat, will the other position go to one of the Republicans, or will it go to another Democrat? So I'm going to look just at Becerra, because that's what I want to know too. Javier Becerra, will he win? Okay, I have the child, I have the letter, and I have the heart. Here's what I think. Even though he's very well known name, as well known, I think, as Katie Porter is. But people don't. More people need to know who he is. He needs more press. He's too small in the field. But when people learn about him, they will love him, and he will get the vote. So the most that I can say is this. I think it's too early to say, and the governor is, but I do think Becerra will be on the ballot in November for the general election. And that's what we want.
And I can't say that I understand my own vision. You may understand that because I was trying to figure out for myself. And I saw a hunter coming with the trophies, but they are not big trophies.
Mm-hmm.
So they are like few rabbits.
Okay, but that makes sense because, I had the child card. People don't know people don't remember what he is. But when he pulls those trophies out, people will say, oh, well, he's got more credentials than Tom Steyer. He's got more credentials than Katie Porter. He's got more credentials than the former mayor of LA. He does. He's been in national government and he's been attorney general in the state. So I think he needs to be talked up more. We need to hear more about him. But the fact in your vision, the fact that he has trophies at all, in my opinion, at this stage is a very good sign.
Okay. You see, I want your opinion because some visions are very hard for me to, and I didn't use the cards.
Yeah, I think he has a good chance. Again, it's still early, but it's not that early because the primary is in June.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll hear a lot more about him, but I think he's great. All right, here's a question.
Let me interrupt you for a second. I have to tell people how much I admire your turban.
Okay, let me tell the story in my turban. Okay, all right.
Matches the sweater and it's beautiful. It's so classy.
Okay, thank you. Listen, I could just say, oh, thank you, that's so nice, and leave it alone. But I believe in transparency. So let me tell you what happened. The first time I cut my hair, it looked amazing. Then it was time to cut it again. This was about a month ago. So I'm cutting it. And I thought, oh, this is good. So I start to put my clippers away. And then I said, oh, but I see this one spot on the side. And I took the clippers just to get that spot, but I had taken the guard off. So there was a huge, like a lawnmower had just, so I mean, it was back here, so it wasn't that bad. And I didn't need to wear anything on my head. Now it was time for me to cut my hair again this morning. Get the clippers out. Everything looks good. I said, Erika, look at that. You should set up shop. You could, charge people money and cut their hair. You're so good. Start to put everything away. And I look on this side and I say, oh, there's a little bit. Let me just get that. And I did the same thing to the left side that I had done to the right side, except way worse. I looked at it. And I looked at the hair in the sink and I thought, can I glue it back on? There's nothing I can do. Should I shave my whole head? What am I going to do? And then I thought, you know what? This is why it's good to be 70 and not 7. Because if I were 7 or 17, I'd be having a heart attack. I'd be screaming. I would have canceled the broadcast. But because I'm nearly 70, I am mature. I realize hair grows back. I did it to this side, then I did it to this side. We're done. No more mistakes. Now I've got it. I understand. Always have the guard on. But if you saw this, you would all unsubscribe. So I said, let me look in my bag of tricks and see what I have. And I've had short hair, I've had long hair, so I have lots of wraps. So I said, just wrap your hair up, put on a shirt that's the same color, and everybody will just think you're trying to be Miss Cleo. Do you remember Miss Cleo from in the 70s? This was a Black woman. She used to have this commercial. She was, I think, Jamaican. And she did the work that we do. And she would,
Oh,
but like on the telephone, because it was the older days, and she'd say, "Call me now." And she had a turban on. So I am in my Miss Cleo era. But in a month or so, hopefully, you can. I'll be back to my normal self.
in the late 70s, I was living in England, so I was.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen her. Yeah.
I didn't see. But you remember that time, our image about psychic, it was
Yes.
always with the turban.
Exactly. So it's not like I'm trying to be, say, oh, I'm going to change my image. Here's my crystal ball. Here's my turban. Call me now. No. It's because I gouged all of the hair on that side, and now I have to wait for it to grow back.
Once I was so tempted in England, and I bought a new product for bleaching hair.
Mm-hmm.
And it was beautiful picture outside, blondie, perfect. I thought, oh, I'm doing my hair all the time, but I will buy this new product. And my hair is red like carrot. I'm going for a party that evening. I didn't like myself in the red color at all. And I'm going to the party, and the organizer of the party, the lady of the party, she has a turban. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, I should have worn a turban for today. And she's laughing. And she said, did you buy the same project? We both did the same mistake.
That's really funny. That's really funny. But you know what? Hair grows back.
Yeah. And we have to adjust and be happy.
And you know what? You have to have a sense of humor, because now, granted, as I told Violetta, I was listening to the news at the time. So I'm going to blame the felon for this incident. Just one more thing I can hold against him. But anyway, I tried to put it on in a good way, and hopefully it looks okay.
And it is inspiration for others. We all make mistakes.
Like this was a mistake. This was.
Yeah, we do. Okay, I will show tomorrow Lily, because she's with Richard outside. She's wearing outfit because it's too cold for her.
Yeah,
her hair is teeny weeny.
Oh, because you cut her hair. All right, here's one for you.
Okay.
By the way, I already looked at Hegseth, so go back and listen to the broadcast, and you will find the answer to that. Okay, will the incoming? This is from Deborah Hoynes, 6998. Will the incoming Taurus season help to shift away from the current energy? We're all looking for a.
I know. And I'm seeing a sinkhole.
A what?
Sinkhole?
A sinkhole. Uh-oh. Okay. A sinkhole, yeah.
It's an area, don't go there. I'm sorry, that's not a good vision.
What's the card? 1, 2.
No. Okay, 1.
1, 2, 3.
It will take a while to recover. You will be in cold for quite a while.
Again, everybody wants things quick, fast, and in a hurry. And just because we're in Taurus season,
I can't promise that, because it will be even on logical mind. You know that that's not making sense. The jets don't have oil, fuel. The countries are like Canada and European countries, even Russia, are letting people to stay longer, prolong the visas, because there is not enough planes
to get them back. Yeah.
A friend of Cheryl's friend, they were going to England. They got one-way ticket, very cheap, for the whole family, for about 3,000. But the coming back, it will cost them 15,000.
Ooh.
So everywhere that the planes will be problematic. My son Roman and Tracy were going to Poland, and she was learning Polish. And I asked her, how is your Polish? And she said, we are not going, Mom, because the situation is unsafe.
Right. I mean, this is Listen, you need
You
people.
have to make so much more money to take your family
Ooh,
and marriages. It has to be nice cooperation. People needs to feel safe, and especially to USA, so many people will be afraid to go because we have to show our phone, and I don't think I will be allowed to even to go to USA.
right.
With my what I'm watching on news and what I'm communicating and how I'm communicating with Cheryl and others, my opinions wouldn't allow me to even go to England.
Right.
Moje kochanie.
Listen, you all remember that the general strike is on May 1st. Please do not write me telling me the 10,000 reasons that you can't participate. If you don't have to, but there are things that we can do, and there's other things that we cannot do, and we need to focus on the things that we can do. And wishing it away or hoping that because it's now Taurus season, things are going to get better. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. All right, your turn. To ask me.
Hey, Anna Kim, 1950. Will the Orange family have to pay back the billions they have accrued from inside trading, and why not?
Okay. Well, so will the first family have to pay back all of the billions that they've basically stolen with insider trading? They're not the only ones who've taken money through insider trading. But again, this is one of those questions where we want everything tied up nicely with a bow.
I'm showing Lily because she went for haircut.
I like your haircut. I like your haircut better than my haircut, Lily. Your mommy did a much better job than I did on my hair.
Oh, it's wonderful, but I was not recognizing her. I was checking. I said, "Is that for sure my dog?"
Oh,
she was so different.
I forgot what the question was.
About the family that
yeah. So we have the sun,
which is orange,
and we have which is orange, and we have the anchor. I mean, I think that in time, everything will be a lot will be shown to us that we don't currently see. It will certainly, there's paperwork to prove that their dealings were not above board. And then we have this anchor. Now, the thing about an anchor is sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. Sometimes it keeps you safe, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to draw one clarifier for that anchor because it's for them. Will they be sunk or will they be safe?
Will they be?
No, look. Anchor, and then we have the ring, the child, the stork. I drew 3 clarifiers. Listen, we all like a happy ending where the good guy wins and the bad guy goes to jail. These people will not receive in this life the punishment that you want them to receive. So focus on what you can change and what you can do, and stop wishing for things that are not going to happen. They've got money all over the place, deeply embedded and woven in so deeply in this country, in other countries, that we'll never find where they've put a lot of that money. We know they're bad people. Will we get all that money back? No.
We go in a circle like a ring. It's a circle, and there is a ring of them who are holding together.
Exactly. It's a ring. Exactly. It's a ring. Like the whole Epstein stuff is a ring.
Monica Listen is. Did I ask? I asked.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Okay. Monica Listen is asking, which role will Germany play in EU, and will we be able to do our part and stabilize peace?
Okay, so the question was, what role will Germany play in the EU moving forward? And will Germany be playing a role in stabilizing a peaceful situation?
Situation, yeah.
Okay. So we have the bear, we have the sun, and we have Clover. I think that they will be a player. You know, Germany learned a lot of lessons. I don't need to elaborate on what those were, but they will have some dominance, yes, in helping bring peace to the world, helping stabilize the world. They will be a player for sure. And these two cards are really good. They will be a force for good in the world and in the EU. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm going to read the question, but I mean, again, it's one of those questions. I've heard that the military tried to keep you know who out of the situation room because his behavior was so crazy.
Yesterday he kicked out journalists. Out.
Right. No, but the military kicked him out of the room where they plan everything. Will the military begin to be able to continue this practice? Well, I mean, they'll do it as they can do it, but I mean, I don't really. Well, I'm not sure I get the point of the question, but maybe you do. So 1, 2, 3.
I see a closed door. You remember in the convent, they had the doors like that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a window with stained glass.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see well through the stained glass. You know that there is someone behind it listening, because you see the silhouette, but you wouldn't be able to see. And the all doors were usually very thick.
Okay, so that makes sense. So it seems to me, well, what are your cards?
And the empire, which will be Trump for me, will be allowed only part of the information.
Right.
But he will still make decisions. Sorry.
I mean, this is the thing. I can see them saying, okay, we'll keep him out of the room if we can, but there's going to be times when we can't. So when he's in the room, we won't do anything. We won't talk about anything that is really top secret or important or anything. What a waste of time.
Yeah, because he's selling the information to Putin sometimes.
Exactly. So they're going to have to not let him realize that they are meeting. I mean, the stained glass is very good imagery. They'll tell him only part of what the truth is. Enough to keep him satisfied, but not enough for him to do any damage. But that, these are such short-term solutions to a problem that really. All right, here's. You have to ask me one. Okay.
Okay. Joanne and Destiny. Currently, Black farmers are being targeted and terrorized by racist law. What is the best form of protection, and will law enforcement be held responsible for wrongdoing?
I'm going to just say not under this administration. This administration is racist. They want to hurt Black people. 300,000 Black women have lost jobs in the federal system because they're Black women. So are Black farmers being hurt? Yes. Will Trump fix that? No. But that's why we have to vote, like our lives and our livelihoods depend on it, because they do. There will be no help, no ease, no comfort to those Black farmers until he's gone.
Yeah, and we are all with you. We all are praying for you to be successful because...
Right.
Yeah, I had a question that I remember I didn't wrote because it was in the night that I was reading. on the last video. And Chris Cross, one of my viewers, she asked because I said that there will be forgiveness eventually for Americans. She asked before if the Americans will be forgiven for doing what they are doing, that they elected him 2 times. And she asked if we will be able to forgive other countries to USA, and because I said that will be forgiven. And I believe, what would you think about that?
Here's what I think. I think that one of the greatest mistakes that this country ever made was when Abraham Lincoln, at the end of the Civil War, when the North won and he had a choice about how he should treat the South, he said, let them up easy. That was a mistake. There was no South African or German truth and reconciliation committees. There was no atonement. There was no education. There was no punishment. And that's why we are where we are. So what I think the parallel here is, until we prove, America, that we are worthy of being forgiven, until we have made good all the things that we've made bad, premature reconciliation and premature forgiveness should not happen for us. It should not. We need to prove ourselves. You've got a lot of people now in MAGA saying, oh, I didn't realize, I didn't know, I'm sorry I voted that way. Here's what I think. Yes, they knew. They knew because he said everything that he was going to do. It's just that every bad thing that he said he was going to do, they thought would happen to somebody else, not to them. Until we learn the lesson that if something happens to one of us, we all suffer, we don't deserve to be forgiven. We have to understand, it's like a child who says, sorry. Well, what are you sorry for? Are you just saying sorry so that you can get out of the corner? Tell me what you did and tell me why it was wrong. Why are you apologizing? And how are you going to do better next time? That's the question America needs to ask.
That I thought that 70% of Americans are against him.
Now
are for him. So I feel we will forgive, because the 30% will have to be excluded somehow from the positions that they would like to have. But that's my opinion. I think that people are suffering already. The good people of America are already suffering.
But again, we are all part of humanity, right? If one of us suffers, all of us suffers. If one of us creates suffering and the rest of us stand by and watch, we're just as bad. This is why with people who tell me, I can't participate in a general strike, I can't do this, I can't do that, they're as bad as the people who voted for him, in my opinion. Either, what is that saying? Either you're part of the problem or you're part of the solution. And I think that the United States is going to have to prove to the world that we are part of the solution. I believe and I hope and I pray that the world will forgive us, but the world will never see us the way they saw us before. That's not a bad thing, because the picture that we painted of who we are, we never were that. We never were that. It was never real. So we will take our place in the community of nations, but be right-sized. And that's appropriate. That's what I think.
I hope it's so soon. That 1st of May is very soon. And
it's very soon. And we haven't heard a lot about this, by the way.
Oh.
There are a lot of people, I bet you, on this broadcast who will say, general strike, I haven't heard of that. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
It's very uncomfortable, because I remember I'm from Poland. We had those general strikes. They are uncomfortable, so don't make any plans of and now the gas will be problematic. So that will be a problem. Oh, I have a question for you about that. And so make sure that you don't have any flights that day, any doctor appointments and so
That's
on,
right.
because you might be late. And one thing, we have a local gas station on our area because every part of Red Deer has gas station, and the 749 store kind of that Trump never went to, and he don't know what they are talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't know what a corner store is. Yeah.
Corner store, yeah, that's how you call. And we call this gas station store. And the last 3 days, yesterday we were going through the gas station to buy something on the corner store. The gas is still not there. 3 days on the road. And
No gas.
No gas.
Mhm.
First it was the medium, the good quality gas was not there. But now at all.
No, so that's Canada, and Australia is having huge gas shortages as well.
I know, but we are a producer of gas.
I know.
And we went to another gas station. There was no lineup, so we purchased that Thursday. But it's so odd that they don't have a gas anymore in the little stations, local stations.
Right.
Just...
This is the thing. I mean, we are.
And do you think it will be on the area, some part of USA, that same thing?
Yeah. And prices here are over $6 a gallon.
We have, $1.60 per liter, and 4.5 liters is a gallon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we are paying more.
Yeah, right. All right, let's see. We can.
I have one more question.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
There's so many questions here.
Ruth Gutierrez. Will Scotland become an independent country in the near future?
Will Scotland become an independent country?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I pulled 5 cards. I got the heart, the scales, the bouquet, the ship, and the young woman. And I pulled 2 extra cards, the ship and the last 2, because I thought, well, these aren't really enough. I think that they will want to be separate. Yes. They love, the Scots are very proud people. They will weigh everything out. They feel like it would be giving themselves a gift to separate in that way. So here they are moving away and being their own new thing. I think that there will be a push for it. Yes.
And the last picture is blooming, symbol of blooming on the springtime. So symbol of rejuvenation, and spring is coming. Everything is waking up.
Yep. All right. We are at the hour mark.
Okay.
It flew.
So fast, and we were a little bit chatting about the hair, but that's okay. We can be.
Okay. Well, you know what? All right, let's do a couple more then. Okay, we'll do a couple more. Will Cuba be invaded? 1.
1 second.
1, 2, 3.
Oh boy, how to read that one? I used to do with my husband. We used to do at the beginning when we came to Canada. We learned how to do silversmithing, and we were doing castings.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing casting, you pour silver into the cast made out of plaster. which is like reproducing something. And I'm afraid that it will be reproduction. I'm worried that it will be invaded more by Russians than Americans. I don't understand that I'm not seeing them being happy about anything. So Russians are coming, helping them, and they will invite them.
Right. Right.
Now,
So it's kind of like a tug of war between the US and Russia. Both of them want Canada. I mean, Canada, not Canada, Cuba. Both of them want Cuba. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be a lot of energy, it could be a war even. Surprise and money. Who will give them more money? They will be for that country. So the Russian will prepare them right now militarily. They are bringing them oil. So Cubans are desperate for oil.
Right. And they'll remember who gave them the oil.
Yes. And
they'll be happy.
A lot of them speaks Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was in Poland working in a hotel business at the beginning of the 70s, I met some people from Italy. And he was in Cuba with his business. He fell in love for Cuban girl. He wanted to bring her to Italy. So he asked me even to invite her to Poland. They refused her. And a few years later, when I met him, I said, how did you manage? And he said, I had friends in Russia because we were building bricks company in Russia, and a friend from there invited her. So he married her outside of Cuba, and she was with him in Italy. So there was connection always between Russia and Cuba.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, this is the thing. I think a lot of people, Cuban Americans, old style Cuban Americans, thought, this is great. They voted for him. Trump is great because he's gonna liberate Cuba. He's gonna but see, careful what you wish for. Because if you think that Cuba was taken over by communists, and that's why you fled, watch what happens now.
You see, Obama opened the door for Cubans. He went there, he started communication. Trump went and closed everything.
Yep.
Like this guy has
everything he touches.
His imagination like a chicken.
Yeah.
Just see that something and will be after that, but not big picture.
I know. Let's see.
You ask me, so.
Oh, okay. You can ask me one.
Do you see Ukraine moving forward victory? That was David Kaleman.
Okay. Will Ukraine win the war with Russia? So I have clouds, I have moon, and I have scales. I don't think things look very good for Ukraine. I hate to say. Clouds. Now, the thing is, clouds are doubts, but doubts are just thoughts. And thoughts can be changed, but thoughts can also be solidified into things, right? The moon is sort of their reputation. And then we've got this card of balance here. The EU is going to have to be the ones who save Ukraine because the US won't do it. That's why we have clouds in the beginning. They have fought such a brave and valiant fight against Russia. But because of the felon, again, another thing that he touches that he harms. So now remember, energy, of course, changes. Energy is mutable. Things change. There's such a thing as free will. But I just think that things don't look wonderful for Ukraine.
And but I'm not really too optimistic about that either. So that's make two of us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's come up with something positive, hopeful. Let's see.
Anything new for the next week?
Okay, what's coming up for this week?
Something new that will make people happy.
All right.
I don't know. I would like to answer that one.
I'm trying to think of what we can ask. Oh, no, here's one. I mean, I don't know about the week, but here's what I want to know. Will the Pope excommunicate Vance?
Van is Catholic. Oh.
He's Catholic since 2019, but I guess that makes him more Catholic than the Pope.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course, right.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good one to end with.
Oh my gosh. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So it's like army wife is sending her husband to the war. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's the vision.
Backstabbing, secrets, sending him different direction, and fulfilling. They dream about this. Okay, I have a joke. So it will be on the right.
Joke. Okay.
There is a plane. Imagine that there is a plane, and there is pilot, Pope, Trump, and one young man, teenager. And the pilot is coming to the back and telling, guys, I have to tell you, we have a big problem with the engine. I can't fly. We have only 3 parachutes. I will take one because I have family, wife, and kids. I have and I'm the captain of the ship. So he is jumping from the plane. And then Trump is coming. I'm the most important person in the world, so I have to take the second parachute.
Of course.
And he's jumping out of the plane. There is only 2, Pope and the young boy. And the Pope is telling the young boy, you take that parachute because, and then the boy is saying, no, we will survive both. And Pope, no, 2 of us, the parachute wouldn't hold 2 of us. But Pope, look, the smartest guy who was telling us that he's the smartest and he has to be safe, he took by mistake my backpack.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So we finish on the light.
I love it. That's great. I love that. Thank you so much, Violetta, for being my guest today. We love having you, and this was really fun.
Thank you. We always have fun, and I'm enjoying. I even show you my husband because he is adoring you, and he can't meet anyone else because with Nate I'm during the week, so my husband is at work, but he can see you, and I'm glad he met you.
Well, I am too. I am too. Thank you, everyone. Again, you can find Violetta on her channel, Psychic Violetta. Violetta, you're there what, Mondays, Wednesdays, and then Saturday mornings?
Saturday morning I'm posting my video, but Monday and Wednesday I have live.
Right.
With Cheryl.
Cheryl, yep. So go there and you can.
My wonderful helper and assistant, and we have fun.
Yes, it's a lot of fun, that broadcast. So you can find her there, and you know where you can find me.
11 o'clock Mountain Time.
Yes, 10 o'clock Mountain Time. So, of course, that's going to be
1 hour before yours.
Yeah, so Pacific.
Oh, no, you are 1 hour before us, so it will be 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, right? 10. So 1 o'clock Eastern time, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you are one
Eastern. I'm California.
Yeah,
But
so you are 1 hour. Okay.
anyway,
No,
Violetta comes out.
you are 1 hour early. What time is at your place right now? I have 1:10.
Yeah, because it's 12:10 now.
So yeah, you are 1 hour. So it will be 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Right. So go there and watch her. You'll all be here tomorrow as well, and we will hold your hand through all of this. And a lot of times we're going to be holding our noses as we hold each other's hands, but we'll get through this one way or the other. All right. Have a great rest of the weekend, everybody. See you
Thank
soon.
you. Take care of yourself and enjoy, and peace for the world. Peace.
Peace for the world. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.